Hey boys and girls, Mr. Samosa here. It's gonna be a beautiful day in the garden. We got some great stuff to do today. Today, we're gonna be thinning out our beets, our carrots, and our lettuce, giving them one of the most important things they need, which is space. And we're also gonna do some weeding. But before we do some weeding, we need to figure out what are weeds? What are they? Well, weeds, what they say, are undesirable plants. So they're plants that you don't really want in this particular area. So if you're growing, say, tomatoes, do you want all these other little grasses and other little small things growing, competing for those same resources and nutrients? Or do you want the tomatoes to get all that water, all that sun, so they can make the best fruit possible? Let's think about that. Or how about if we have a beautiful field of carrots? Do we want to have a bunch of dandelions in there taking up all that water and all that nutrients? Or do we want all the water to go straight to the carrots? I think we want it all to go to the carrots. So today we're gonna do some weeding, we're gonna do some work in the garden. I'm gonna show you what that's like. These things that I'm doing today are things we have to do all the time. If we ever see weeds, we gotta pull them out. If we ever see the plants are growing too close together, we gotta give them some space and thin them out. So today we're gonna do that. I'm also gonna show you guys some different types of weeds that are out there. There's a lot, but maybe some of the most common that we see in our garden. So I hope you guys enjoyed today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks, kids. Hey, what's up, boys and girls? Good morning. Hope you guys are doing great. Mr. Samosa here. Another awesome day in the garden. A little bit overcast today, but we're gonna have a great day today. Today, we're gonna be working on a couple of things. We're doing some hard work today in the garden. We're gonna be working on thinning out some of our beets and some of our carrots and some of our lettuce. Also harvesting some of those things as well, especially the lettuce, some of the beet tops, which is the leaves on top of the beets, which you could definitely eat, and also harvesting some cilantro. So let's go and see what that means, my friends. All right, my friends, here we go. We need to go ahead and thin out some of these awesome beets. We have our handy dandy scissors, and here's what we're gonna do. We're looking for the ones that are the smallest. Those are the ones that haven't really grown that much yet. They haven't really put the roots down into the ground. The big ones, like these tall ones, are the ones we want to keep. So we grab our scissors and we go down to the bottom of the plant and we just give it a little small snip. Just like that. You can put them to the side. Now these leaves right here are edible. You can eat these, just like you could eat them in a salad. So we go ahead and we cut that. We get a little bit more. We cut that. We just keep on slicing, and we keep the ones that we want. So we look for the big one, like that big one right there. We'll keep that one, but everything else around it has to go. So if you look closely, in there, we want to go ahead and we want to find the roots that are small, and we got to cut them. Cut them. Cut them. Cut them. Once we cut them, we go ahead and we grab them, we just take them out. So we're gonna have to do that until we create space for all of our beets. So we definitely have a lot of work. So I'm gonna get to work on that. And then I'm gonna check back in. Here's our pile so far, and here's how we're looking. So as you can see, we still have a lot of beets in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it another week or two. But there's a lot more space now, look. And look at everything that we've pulled. So we now give our plants a little bit of space. Don't forget, guys, that's the most important. Our 5 needs of a plant. We gotta make sure that they have all 5. So we gave it space. Now we're gonna do the same thing to our carrots. So here we go, guys. Over here in carrot land, and it's gonna be the same exact thing. So we need to be able to thin these things out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here to the bottom, and we're gonna go ahead and yank out some of the pieces that are in between, and we're gonna keep the ones that are nice and strong. So if we go up in here, we can see we have all these little small ones. We can go ahead and pull these out. And then if we look closely, we want only the strong stems. So that one right there looks like it's gonna be a pretty strong stem. But this little one in front of it, let's go ahead and yank that. This one right next to it, we can go ahead and yank those. this stem right here looks like it's gonna be kind of flimsy, we'll yank that one. So as you can see, we want to keep the strong stems like that, and we want to take out the little small stems kind of like that. We're not gonna need those. So stand by, I'm gonna go ahead and do some thinning out, and then we'll come back and kind of see what it looks like. Alrighty, my friends, I went ahead and I thinned out some of them. I let this still a little bushy because there's still some cool stuff in there, but check this out. On the pieces that I thinned out, look what you see. Look what's already starting to grow. A white carrot, a red one, a couple of like little mini orange ones. So it's pretty cool to kind of see how these things grow. You can see carrot is a root vegetable, like we discussed last year, meaning that the root grows underground and the leaves is what grows on top. Look at those. It's pretty cool, huh? So yeah, imagine when it's time to harvest and the whole thing is going to be filled with amazing carrots. Now the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do some thinning out of our lettuce land. The same thing that we were just doing, but now with the lettuce. So we have to get in here. We have to make sure that our lettuces get enough room to grow. We got to get down up in here. We got to pull them out. We got to pull them out. We got to pull them out just to give other ones space to grow. So I'll check in. Okay, my friends, this is how our lettuce is looking right now. If you look closely, we got a chance to really thin it out. Here's our leftover little lettuce, little baby brown. Now I want you to look closely right here at our experimentation station because I just found something pretty awesome. If we look down closely, deep down inside, what do we see there? What I see are some awesome, let's see if you guys know what this is called. In Spanish, they call them rábanos. In English, they're called radishes, and they're growing awesomely in our garden. So we're gonna do some picking of those. But first, we got some more hard work to do. We gotta go pull some weeds. So let's see what that means, my friends. Okay, my friends, it's time to pick some weeds. I know, it's not the funnest thing to do, but it's important to do in the garden. Now, here's the different kinds of weeds that we have in our garden. We have these kinds right here. Those are no good. We have these kinds right here. Those are no good. We have those little small baby ones in there, and those are no good. As you can see, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. So we're gonna try our best to take some of those things out today. And I'll show you how it's done. All right, my friends, here we go. When pulling out roots, you could do it by hand, or you could do it with the tool. Make sure you have your gloves on. We wanna come down here. We wanna grab as far down to the bottom as we can, the base. And we wanna try to really give it a good yank. And as you can see on this one, we got the root and everything. That's exactly what we want. Because if that root stays in the ground, what do you think is gonna happen when the sun and the water hit that root one more time? It's gonna grow right back, and we do not want these things to grow back. We want them to be pulled out. Look at that, another one. We got everything in the root and everything. So Mr. Samos is gonna go into this garden area, and we're gonna pull some of these weeds, which are growing all inside of our garden, and try to get them all out. So that's what our job is today, and that's hard work. So we'll see how far we can get, my friends. Ugh. Pulling weeds today. Another day in the garden, my friends. Have a blessed day. Taking care of a garden is no easy work, my friends. No easy work, but you know what? It's one of the most rewarding things ever, especially when you see those things start to grow. It's beautiful, my friends. So I really pray that you guys have an awesome day and are enjoying this time at home. And hopefully you guys have some gardens of your own. All right, my friends, goodbye.